What it do, what it is, as you already know, YouTube, this is Big Flacco from ACP, a convict's perspective, and doing something a little bit different, man. So please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire content. Now, Adam 22, No Jumper, dropped an interview with Bandz. I did not know what to expect from Bandz, but I'm going to tell you this, that's a real one right there. That individual, basically, he killed that interview. He did everything he was supposed to in representing himself, his people, without being disrespectful towards any groups. As he stated, you know, he could show some respect towards his enemy. Let's get some paper, you know, and that's the type of right mindset. There's a big difference between the rappers who've gone on No Jumper and other platforms from down south who have taken shots at Northern California artists. Till this day, nobody from Northern California has really took a complete shot at the South fully in any of these interviews. Now, Bandz went in on Lefty Blue, or you know what I'm saying? He went in on him, bro, and he kept it real. He said he'll dog walk him. You know what I'm saying? He'll murder him on a cipher. This dude ain't on my level, he's saying. He said, I dare him to diss me. Now, a lot of people down south, right, are trying to criticize Adam 22. They're mad because North Daniels went down to Southern California and were there to do their thing. Now, after watching Bandz' interview, I don't think anybody really can hate on what Bandz is trying to do and what he represents. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really even take any shots at all towards any Southsiders, like I said. He said, you got to respect your enemy. He can respect his enemy. He even went as far as saying that he was open to doing a song with a Southsider to where they're not really like, you know, working together or working against each other, but coming out on the same track. And it kind of made sense what he said. Like, okay, you know, they talk about down south what they're doing, and he talks about up north, and it's basically combined into one song. Which, man, the first person I thought about that would go with Bandz' style, Rowdy Rax. Okay? Rowdy Rax is just like Bandz. He's a musician. He has talent. He looks at it as an art, a craft. He takes the shit serious. Them two right there would be dope if ever there was to be a track, and they wouldn't be doing a song together, but they would be on the same song together. It would have to be these two, man. You'd have to have some type of communication, though, a little bit of dialogue, right? But man, I think that would be the fucking a dope ass track, because both these dudes have unique styles, man. Anyways, so let's get back to it though. The interview was really professional. You know, I mean, some people are going to be on his helmet about using the N-word, about being hyphy, but that's just how his age group speaks nowadays. This is becoming the norm down south as well. Now, Bandz a real one. He's really committed to his craft. He's really committed to his homies, and he's also being committed to being a father. You don't see him knocking the South, talking shit about the South or doing anything. Like, you know, other rappers have that have gone on No Jumper, or other rappers who've gone on other places that are Southerners. Even Lazy Boy did not address any of all the ruckus. But Bandz did address, as he says it, Lefty Blue, Lefty Gunplay. Like, he didn't even know his name. And he kept it 100. If they were to go on a cipher, Bandz would fucking murder fucking Lefty Gunplay on a fucking cipher. There has not been one cipher I've seen since the one that he did in Northern Cali 2, Bandz. Nobody has even came close to doing a cipher like that. Now you could tell the whole different, you know, there's a different swag about Northern California. There's a different belief system. Like he said, you know, it's about getting money. We could turn shit up. We'll defend ours. But we're not about being bullies. We're not about being this and this and that, which he's keeping it 100, man. Those are not the North Daniels philosophies out there in the streets. They're going to handle their own against anybody. They're going to run shit in Northern California against anybody. But they're going to try to show respect towards all. And it's cool that Adam's bringing these dudes on so that the world can see what these dudes are really about. And you can really see the difference in conduct between him and someone like fucking Lefty Gunplay or Bozo. There's a huge difference in fucking conduct, respect, and, you know, common courtesy. And there's not a fucking arrogance about, you know, a false sense of arrogance that you get with these other cats that they're trying too hard. Bandz could just come up in the room and you could just feel his vibe off instinct. And I think that it was really important that they had someone like him Because in Northern California, depending on where you're from and how you rock, everybody's a little bit different. You know, people say that Lazy Boy was, you know, nervous and this and that. Nah, he was just like a young homeboy in San Jose, how they're actually fucking raised out there, man. You know, Bandz was a little bit more hypey. You know, he's out there in Frisco doing his thing. And I like some of the shit that Goto said. He says anything's possible as far as trying to push for the Latin community, right? But he said he don't forget where the fuck he comes from either. And if they want to come there with him, you know, with that disrespect or any of that, hey, he's going to meet it full force. So you're starting to see a little bit more realness, you know what I'm saying, from people that have ties to Northern California, that are Northern California gang members. And what you're seeing is that they know how to conduct themselves. They know how to present themselves. And they're not in on this fucking total hype about just disrespecting the South, just to disrespect the South. Yeah, he went in on Lefty Gunplay, but Lefty Gunplay has opened himself time and time again to be fucking attacked the way he's been attacked. Let's just keep it 100. You know, he's not on Bandz's level. He's not on a lot of these rappers from Northern California. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of environment, and they're 10 years advanced compared to the homies from down south. Let's just keep it 100, man. It doesn't mean that there's not rappers from down south that can't rap, okay? But, you know, I guess I could be a little biased. But even me being biased because I'm from Northern California does not mean that I'm going to sit there and push some false narrative, right? Northern California has more talent, period. The best rapper in all California, as far as within the raza, is from Northern California. And I could put about 4 or 5 dudes that are pretty much past Lefty all day. It's funny how since Lefty has made those comments towards Norteños, it's came out since he tried to collab with Rico Too Smooth. Now it's been confirmed that he used to hit up Gotos all the time. So like everybody said, man, some people do things for clout, man, and like I said, it's harder to respect Lefty on any level after hearing this last part and what Bandz had to say. And Bandz pretty much said, hey, he's up for any challenge. He said he'll dog walk him, right? He'll chew him up. He said even whoop his ass if they had to go that route too. He said you got 10 bands on it. So we'll see what type of response Lefty gives from this. And you already know Lefty's going to try to bring other people into this. Even though, right, Bandz did not attack any other rappers, any other Southern podcasters, right? Showed respect. The only energy he showed it to was to Lefty, and that's because of Lefty's actions. And that's all on Lefty. Now, will there be some fallout towards Adam 22? I think Adam 22 on this one made it, you know, his whole purpose to show that he wasn't anti-South or he wasn't really trying to, you know, push a narrative to, you know, have the North and South be going at it. But he kind of did cause it when he brought up Lefty Gunplay and was kind of advocating for him, man. You know, I think that's once he's seen the response Bandz gave about Lefty, he kind of started to incite it a little bit, man, bringing him up over and over again. Now, don't let the Lefty comments overshadow a lot of stuff that Bandz did have to say. There was a lot of positiveness about, you know, who he is, where he's from, and what his goals are. He's all about entertaining. He's all about the music, man. If it needs to get turned up, he can turn it up, he said, right? Because he keeps it lit everywhere he goes. He goes, and he's questioning, like, are these rappers really in it to entertain and produce good music, or are they just looking to turn it up just for fucking clout? And he made some good points about that. Because there are those that just will do things for clout. They're not there fucking truly to, you know, spread their music. Sometimes they can't even rap. They're there to fucking just get that image, to get that attention. Now, if Lefty even attempts to go at it with Bandz and talk shit, Bandz is going to fucking tear that boy up, man. You guys don't know. Check out Bandz's Cypher, right? On, what's that, Shimo Media or Cypher Media, whatever. Check it out. It's Northern Cali 2, right? NorCal 2. Yeah, it's Big Tone. It has all those rappers, right? But Bandz starts it off, man. And that's the best Cypher I've seen today. No one came even close. Bandz, man, he got some talent, man, and he does some things that are different than other rappers. It's kind of like how I said Rowdy Rax does some things different. I think if there was ever to be a North and South kind of song that was done like how he described, I think Rowdy Rax would be the perfect one to do it with. Both have a unique style. Both are about the music, about, you know, they really you know, have a love for the craft and the music that they produce, like it's an art. And so I would like to see them too, if ever, to have a song. I hope people don't just take the Lefty Gunplay little remarks from Bandz and don't let that overshadow the rest of the interview that was pretty good, man. He had a lot of good things to say. It's all entertainment, it's all business, it's all about money. You know what I'm saying? That's the way he's moving. And Goto's came on there, man, and I like how Goto's wiggles around certain questions, right, that he won't answer. Like SPM, he won't answer nothing on him and says, let the man speak his piece when he gets out. Thing is you know, where Bandz is from, I lived about a half mile from there for years, man. Right there out southwest. You know, I was out there in Roanoke Park for years. Before that, Petaluma, Windsor, Sebastopol, Cloverdale, Guerneville, in Hillsburg, man. So all those towns, like he said, this country a little bit, and then Santa Rosa is a little bit of the city. He's 100 on point with all that. Anyways, what you guys are going to see from different artists, hopefully that go on No Jumper in the future, is that Norteños or Northerners in general, depending on what area they're from, and even they could be from different areas, they're all going to conduct themselves a little bit different, but they're always going to be, you know, conducting themselves with professionalism. For instance, you know, Bandz is more like North Bay, fucking San Fran, you know, Richmond, Vallejo area type, right? So he's more hyphy with it, right? Lazy Boy's more Soho, more traditional, old school, so he's a little bit less hyphy with it, a little bit more calm in his demeanor. Every area, you're going to see a little bit of differences based upon that. And you're also going to see different looks. You're going to see a lot more, you know, Northerners that maybe have, like, you know, braids, long hair. Some will have shaved heads. Some will have fades. Some will be black, white. You're going to have all different races when it comes to the Northern Card, man. And that's what has always made the Northern Card unique, is this. The different varieties of race that have came under one vendetta. But also, what makes them unique is the unity that's on display. You're not going to see the stuff that you have with the southern rappers down south coming from the north. That's a no-no. Not that it's never happened, but it's always been shut down every time you start to see a little bit of waves being made. Anyways, shouts out to Bandz for what he did, for how he conducted himself, and he represented himself fucking 114% the way he was supposed to. And I think any true Southsider or Sureño that was watching it would have to respect the way he handled himself and the things that he had to say. I'm talking about real ones, not the classical ones, not the fucking level 4 fucking level 1 killers, you know what I mean? Real ones would respect the way he conduct themselves. And even he said that. How the fuck you gonna be on a level 4 for 10 yards? You weren't disrespecting us on those motherfucking yards. He was keeping it 100 with that statement. That said, man, I hope that a lot of the bullshit starts to subside. But this mess was created by one individual, mainly by the remarks that he made. It's kind of hard to come back from that. You already made those statements. Is what it is, right? I'm gone.